Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Virginia Tech's offense will take the field first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Looking for a man. It's Gibbs. Flips it out in the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Hokies will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. So NC State's offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are
turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Wolfpack, after that big play on the ground, might just run it until they stop it. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got a man. It's Gibbs. Let's talk for a second about NC State. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He'll pull it on the read.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now on 1st down from the 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up and throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Hokies will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Matthews. Fires to the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Here comes the offense on first down. Makes the grab. It's Bridges. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Bridges. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Working the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here. They'll try to pop the draw. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's Gibbs. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Touchdown, Wolfpack. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Gibbs. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. They'll keep it on the ground. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big 3rd down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
It's complete to the left. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Wide receiver comes in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no...
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the...
There he goes. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Looking to pass. It's Matthews. Fires left. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. This time on target.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you and make big plays.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Throws for the tight end. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field. Nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. He'll take it himself. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the 1st down. The Hokies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Now the play fake. Using the quick game. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Line getting set on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. Back to throw, it's Gibbs. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. And the Hokies will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. No fair catches here, looking for room. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Bridges.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Catch in the middle. It's Bridges. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Wolfpack hoping to pay off this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. They're setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Stop me when you've heard this before. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. Just continuing to put 1st downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, NC State! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Gibbs. Bringing the heat. Going to try to get it himself. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Hokies racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
To the air on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. He's looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Oh, they're after him! And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Just enough time to get off one more snap. To the air, it's Gibbs. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Not sure they had to adjust much. They'll try to build on this lead. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man down the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's a good player, and you let him run wide open down the field.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away.
Number 14 in punt formation to kick it away.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. The pressure is really on to put together a drive here, already down 21-zip. Looking to the big tight end. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass, it's Gibbs. Makes the grab. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Hokies line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got him, and nobody's close. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Matthews. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. 1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score.
Get set.
Trying to barge their way in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that.
Touchdown, North Carolina State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to add another. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Hokies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Gibbs. With the catch, it's Orji. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Caught in the backfield, it's Swartz. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They boot it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Breaks into the open. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
If your defensive line cannot take on double teams, it allows linemen to get up into the laps of linebackers, and that's happening far too often right now, which is why this defense is struggling stopping the run.
On target over the middle. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Dropping back, it's Matthews. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Final play of the quarter coming.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Zings it complete to the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolfpack. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. And the Hokies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put him behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a 1st down like they did there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got...
Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. And they take it in for 6 more points. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Hokies will line up to punt it away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming. For the fair catch and makes it at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Tompkins. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end finds a soft spot. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
On the run, it's Gibbs. He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Might as well give it to him again. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quickly complete. Turning it on. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. A strike downfield. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Well, this one had all the suspense of a